Right now, someone somewhere is looking something up. A symptom, a name they forgot, a face they cannot place. It happens 4 billion times a day across every time zone and every language. A species reaching into an invisible network that holds more information than every library ever built combined. You are part of it. You have been for most of your life. But here is a question no one really sits with. What would actually happen if it vanished? Not a glitch, not a slowdown, gone. Completely, permanently. Tomorrow morning. The answer is far stranger than you might expect. Let us start with the first 6 hours. Your alarm goes off. You reach for your phone. Nothing connects. You try the Wi-Fi, nothing. The browser spins. Every site is unreachable. You figure it is temporary. You make coffee and wait, but it does not come back. By the time you finish breakfast, something subtle has already shifted. The background hum you never consciously noticed, that constant low-level sense that you could look anything up at any moment, is gone. Its absence feels strange in a way that is difficult to name. Psychologists call this cognitive offloading. In a landmark 2011 study published in Science, researchers Betsy Sparrow, Jenny Liu, and Daniel Wegner found that the internet had become a primary external memory system for the human brain. You do not memorize things with the same urgency you once did, because you know exactly where to find them. Your brain quietly outsourced chunks of retrieval to a machine. Take that machine away and the brain does not compensate immediately. It just notices the absence, the way a hand reaches for a doorknob in the dark and finds only wall. By mid-morning, the financial system is in distress. The modern economy does not run on paper or gold. It runs on data, moving through undersea cables and server farms the size of small cities, executing millions of transactions a second. Without it, trading halts. Ports go dark. The delivery model that keeps grocery stores stocked collapses overnight. By day 2, hospitals are running on outdated backup protocols. Modern medicine is deeply networked. Electronic health records. Lab results transmitted across systems. None of it works without the internet. Doctors are skilled humans, but they are suddenly working with one hand behind their back, using paper charts in a world that forgot how to use them at speed. By day 3, something quieter is happening. People are talking to each other, not texting, talking, face to face, across fences and in hallways and on street corners. The information they need is no longer in a device. It is in the person standing next to them. A dormant social reflex, one that built every civilization before the year 1995, begins to reactivate. Neighbors learn each other's names. Local radio becomes the primary news source for millions. A specific kind of knowledge surges back into value immediately. Knowing how to do things with your hands, how to preserve food, how to read a paper map. These skills never disappeared from humanity. They migrated to a small number of people who never stopped practicing them. Now everyone needs them. By the end of the first week, intelligence agencies go dark. Military systems that depend on encrypted channels stop functioning. The internet is not just a technology, it is a memory system, a coordination system. It is where you found out your father's medication had a dangerous interaction, where you watched your nephew's first steps from 1,000 miles away. It is also where misinformation spreads in seconds, where your attention is harvested and sold, where loneliness is performed as connection. Psychologist Larry Rosen spent decades studying how digital connectivity reshapes the brain's anxiety baseline. The internet does not just change what you think, it changes how you feel when you cannot think through it. The low-level restlessness most people carry, that persistent sense that something might be happening somewhere that you are missing, is not a personality trait. It is a learned response to a system that trained you to keep checking. Remove the system, and within days something older and quieter surfaces. A pace, a presence, a way of being with the world that feels to people who have experienced forced disconnection, like remembering a language they forgot they spoke. You adapted to the internet the way your ancestors adapted to fire, gradually, then completely, then so thoroughly that life without it became unimaginable. The difference is that fire never made you feel like you were missing something when you looked away from it. Right now, someone, somewhere is looking something up. And somewhere inside that act, so ordinary it barely registers, is the whole shape of what you have become. The question is not what would happen if the internet disappeared. The question is, what has it already changed in you that you have not noticed yet?